Hey everyone, happy Thursday. It's Chris coming to you from Springs Law Group, coming to talk today about lessons that I learned and still use from being a former school teacher today as an injury attorney. And so the crazy thing is when I taught elementary school. So you're talking kindergarten all the way up to, fifth or sixth grade. And so I never thought that there'd be skills that I would be using from whenever I taught little kids to handling very serious adult injuries, with our clients. But there are a lot of things though that actually still come into play. So one of the things I think about is that actually still come into play is the idea that it's, the idea that it's something where the day has to be structured, and you have to make sure then too that as you're talking to that as I talk to my clients and that we talk, that we have kind of a pattern and a flow on how we talk about things. So things are segmented out. And then also too, the way that people learn. And so I think people all learn a little differently. So we try to come up with different ways to communicate with our clients, which are things like, some people learn by doing. They need something to physically touch. Some people learn by listening. Other people learn by just reading. So we'll send out things, like an audio, we'll do a video, we'll do other things like that to help people kind of understand the process of everything. And so I think it's important that people kind of have a different learning modality to be able to understand and learn from. And then additionally, it's one of those things for us too, that we talk about the idea when people are feeling frustrated with how things are going. So in their, injury case, if they're feeling frustrated, that we want them to be able to use their I statements. Use the I statements if it's with an insurance company and we're not representing them, or with a doctor, that treatment's not going the way they want. We want them to be able to use those I statements, which is, I don't like it when you do X. It makes me feel blank. And so you use those I statements because then it takes away that kind of accusatory language of you did this, you did that. It's actually putting it on you to help diffuse the situation. And then additionally too, it's that idea of, and as a teacher, you teach multiple subjects. And so then also as an attorney, you've got to know multiple subject areas. You have to be able to research and look up multiple subject areas. So same thing here now, that I've got to be able to switch from back then, I had to switch from math to reading to social studies to science. Same thing here. We've got to switch from, is it a, injury case? Is there a probate section added to this? What piece of the law do we need to look up? How do they intersect and things like that? And so those are really, really important too. And then one of the other big things is the idea too of just common and mutual respect throughout whatever we're doing. And so it's super important for us to make sure that with any judges or clerks that we're dealing with, and mediators, or people doing depositions for us, that we're paying attention and being respectful. And this is a big thing too that we taught the kids back in the days. Is you want to be respectful. You want to look them in the eye. You want to shake their hand. You want to be able to, and this is all pre-COVID, but you want to be able to shake their hand, look them in the eye, and talk to them whenever they're talking to you, or look at them whenever they're talking to you. So it's those kind of things as a former teacher that, kind of I bring into the legal realm here today. So it still can be useful, even though you'd think that it wouldn't apply at all. The unfortunate thing is we don't get recess these days. And so, it's not just being able to go out and play dodgeball or do something like that. So, but there are still some skills out there that can be used in both worlds. So just wanted to touch base with y'all on that, and I hope everybody out there is having a good Thursday, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.